Okay, so that video blew up a hell of a lot more than I was expecting. It's funny too, because I spent like 3 days after working on it, watching it only hit about 33 views and thought to myself, hey, that's just the way it works. Sometimes the video gets traction, sometimes it doesn't. That's okay, gotta work on the next one. And while I was working on the next one, all of a sudden, just started popping up by the night of the third day or so. And I'm massively impressed by how many people have watched it, commented, liked the video, subscribed. And so before I get into this video, I want to thank and express appreciation for everybody who has interacted with the video or has decided to follow me. I really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun to do. I really love making content. It's my first attempt into really trying to make videos, and I'm just having a really fun time with it. That being said, I want to establish now early on while things are still going that I really want to be more of a general gaming commentary channel than just boxing myself into Rivals. I feel very passionate regarding a lot of subjects and want to make essays discussing other games and topics related to gaming. This doesn't mean I'd be abandoning Rivals or not making any Rivals content. I still very much plan to, especially with Season 4 so close to release. But during the times where I don't feel there are really any Rivals topics for me to really talk about, I want to explore other subjects in games. I'm working on a video essay right now about KCD and The Last of Us and the themes of revenge and violence between them, and I really hope you find this just as enjoyable as my Rivals content. I thank you very much for being here. I'm extremely grateful for it, and I hope I can continue to entertain and be somebody that you like to watch. For now, I would really like to get into some of the comments that were left in my Problem Characters and Rivals video. I had planned to make this yesterday, but the video ended up being way too long. I talked and yapped for way too long, so I'm actually going to limit how much I speak this time and try to give some quicker answers to some of these comments that are left behind. I thought some of them were really good, and others, they kind of missed the point of like why I made the video. So I'll get to that as we get to those comments, but for now, let's just kick it off the read. iBoards9323 says, Jeff's intended playstyle is really unique. You're actually supposed to support your dives, works best with Venom, giving them movement speed and helping them kill backline and healing them. You're literally a dive support. It's risky, just like any other dive hero, but you're 100% not supposed to stay backline, heal bot, farm stats, and miss your ult. His mains play him with a Cloak and Dagger Luna playstyle, which is wrong to do. I thought this one was interesting when I first read it because I have literally never seen any Jeff play like this ever. Maybe I'm not high enough in the ranks, maybe I haven't run into the right Jeff main, but I have literally never seen this kind of gameplay. Actually, if this is how you play or you know people that play like this, please either on this video or on my Discord server, if you could drop me a game code with that kind of gameplay, I'd be really interested to see what that looks like. Because right now, my beef with Jeff players is that, as this person said, they play him kind of like with this Cloak and Dagger Luna playstyle, where they just sit in the back, they just squirt their little water, I mean, their bubbles hardly even go used, or they just use it for themselves. I just find Jeff mains to be a very selfish hero, and very selfish players play him. People that like to boast about their stats, people that like to show that they barely died, people that like to have like a big clutch ult moment. I just find it to be really, really selfish. It's why they refuse to swap. It's why they create alt accounts with Jeff in the name or Shark. And I mean, it just reminds me of like egotistical DPS players at the end of the day. I don't think Jeff is like properly played by support main, and especially in season 1 when he was still this backlining, flanking, weird kind of like hybrid. So I'm not sure. I'd like to see a game where a Jeff actually carries or a Jeff plays like that and is a very valuable asset to his team. If anybody can find me a game like that, I'd be really interested to look. Leshy says, games with classes will always be inherently unbalanced. I think NetEase is taking a relatively novel approach by just adding a ton of characters and options for players. Time will tell how this plays out. Yeah, I definitely agree with this one. What it really comes down to is people are just unhappy with the state of the characters they've added. Like, you could argue, hey, they've added quite a few supports now, and they added, you know, some extra tanks, and yeah, they've added some DPS, but you know, the other rosters, like, it's not like there's no heroes to play on the Vanguard and support side. But like I covered in my other video, the problem really comes down to if those heroes aren't as impactful as the main stays of those roles, and they basically don't even matter. Like you can't run Ultron without being a triple healer, you know, and that sucks because a lot of people were looking forward to Ultron and he is just a kind of useless pick. I know you might win a game with him and yeah, for sure, but people will always prefer the top performing support characters over the ones that need like a crutch or only work in like a niche setup. Caveat Ishnu 427, I can't pronounce that. I think Emma Frost is also in her current state problematic. Glad she's getting nerfed, but maybe consider that if a cooldown has to be 18 seconds to be balanced, the ability is broken. Why not nerf the ability and reduce the cooldown? I would love to talk more about this, but I actually would prefer to recommend another creator who I really like, actually who kind of inspired me to want to make content like this. Pixel Rory. He covers Overwatch, he covers Rivals, he also covers just kind of like competitive games in general. He has really great videos where he's breaking down game mechanics or game design. Really good stuff. And the video that I'm referencing specifically is called Cooldowns Aren't Balanced, and he specifically talks about exactly this setup. When I watched that video 3 months ago, it definitely illuminated like a big issue in both Rivals and Overwatch on what these big abilities do and how the number changes impact it. I don't know, just I recommend watching that, and it specifically really goes into this a little deeper. So if anyone's interested in more detailed discussion about cooldowns and how long they take or how they mess with their numbers, I would really watch that Pixel Rory video. Just Chill 4869 says, nah, for real, thank you about Jeff. I have to explain to Jeff players every ranked game. In particular, you'll never get the same value on Jeff as any support with an actual support ult. Even when he does get value, there's so much stress on the other support on the team with Jeff to perform well. There's quite a lot of Jeff comments in the comment section, and I knew I would be pissing off Jeff mains, especially because I really grilled them personally. I hope that they have a great life. I don't. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you for being a Jeff main. I hate you. Look, I said this already. Okay, I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I hate Jeff mains. I hate Jeff mains. I am open and honest about it. I'm not like other terrible people. You know, when they hate certain types of people, they beat around the bush. Okay, well, I'm just dead honest. I am a Jeff racist. And I was planning on doubling down and saying that I really don't regret it because I hate Jeff mains. I hate Jeff. But I saw a few people say some things like, I liked your video and then you wished death on me. And I was joking, but at the same time, all right, I'll step back. My apologies. I don't have anything against you personally. I just hate the character that you play. So I don't want to get too deep into the Jeff stuff. I put a bounty up. Okay. If anybody can find me a game with either the first comments, really like different play style I've never heard of Jeff doing, or somebody else can find me a game where Jeff carried. If you can find me a game like that, then I would love to see. I'll cover it on the channel. Also, I gotta say, I have seen, there's a comment here from Nex1639 where he really breaks down into this really deep breakdown of what he thinks could be the Spider-Man rework. And as much as I would love to cover it, it is such a long comment that it could honestly be its own video. So I would recommend reading this if you guys want to go into the video and see what it says, and just kind of, we can maybe start a dialogue about this whole thing. He's got two different comments, both offering up a rework idea, but they're so long that I can't cover them now, but I'd love to talk more about them either on this channel, or I've also got a viewers chat in my Discord server set up if anybody wants to pop in there, and I'll be free to talk about whatever anybody wants. I've also seen a lot of people here complain about Wolverine, calling him absolutely horrible, that he's useless if there's no tank to abuse, and that he just exists to make tanks' lives miserable. And I've also seen other people say that maybe I should have added in Squirrel Girl, or maybe I should have added in this hero. Why didn't I put in Iron Fist? Or why didn't I put in this character they feel is much more broken? I want to reemphasize what exactly was the point of the video. It wasn't to cover broken, overpowered heroes. It was to cover annoying heroes. Heroes that the game has a difficult time putting into like a proper spot in the balance, where people never really seem too happy. Maybe the top 1% can deal with it, but everybody else is having a problem with it. And no matter how many changes you make, it just keeps going. Like, look, for example, in the same video, I talked about how Sombra is considered mid-tier, but she's still massively banned across ranks on Overwatch. So that's kind of more of what I meant. Not a destructive, unstoppable force, just obnoxious. Because I think it sucks that we have to waste bans on obnoxious heroes more than we do a ban on somebody who might benefit the comp that we're running. You know, you want to run Iron Man or something, you start banning the hit scans. Or if your team has a very particular duo that has a plan, maybe you want to get rid of an ultimate or get rid of, like, I like to ban Magneto when I play Punisher, and a lot of people don't like me banning Magneto because they think he's, you know, the greatest tank in the world. He is so, I mean, he is a great tank, and if I play Punisher, he can shut down my ult. If I play Star-Lord, he can shut down my ult. If my duo is playing Cloak and Dagger, he can shut down the ult. You know, he's a solid tank. He's a great ban pick. But everybody would much rather be banning Spider-Man and Black Panther and other characters like that because they're annoying. You know, it makes people frustrated because it feels like bullshit to be killed by them. And I think that is more why I'm including the characters I included, basically. Someone said, best way to solve the problem, get rid of the ban feature in those types of games that have them. People need to learn to adapt to annoying characters. Shit, I thought I had a hot take, but this one definitely takes the cake. I don't think that's the answer. I think bans are probably one of the best thing that Rivals has done. They had it over on Overwatch until Overwatch finally added their superior ban system. But I definitely don't think that taking that tiny little agency that players have away is the way to go. Bans are great, and they're not supposed to be about getting rid of annoying or OP heroes. They're supposed to be about, if you ask me, benefiting your team's composition. A lot of people do that, but a lot of people don't. There is a large majority of people just listening to whatever content creators say or whatever the community says. You might have seen it. Some people will type like hive mind in the chat when they see like these same bans happen over and over again, even though they would much rather ban somebody else because they want to play that hero. They're playing Spider-Man, they want to ban Namor, you know, or the way everybody bans Hulk to turn off one of the worst team ups that's been going on since the beginning of the game. They just want to turn that off. They don't want to deal with it. It's strong. And if you're playing dive, it's really strong. You know, again, strategic banning is a part of almost every competitive game at this point. Maybe not all of them, but quite a lot of them. And it's supposed to benefit you, not cull the annoying characters, if you ask me. There's a lot more comments and a lot more that I would have liked to cover and get into, but this video is already getting longer than I'd like it to be. I'd prefer response videos like this to be a lot shorter, and I'm probably not going to make a habit of doing this either. I just really wanted to cover it in video form this first time, just to kind of like connect a little deeper with the people who are watching one-on-one for a moment. If you want more personal engagement where you hear my specific stance on what you have to say, I will try to answer comments as best as I can moving forward. I'm just working on the videos that I want to make like pretty much every day, that I'm almost afraid that I'll let quite a lot of them slide, like I won't check them out. I will be reading them, however. But if you want a 100% answer, then like I said, join my community. There is a viewers chat channel in the hangout section. Feel free to ping me and I will answer whatever questions you have, or if you want to bring your ideas there, whatever, and then we can all kind of engage with it and talk about it together. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, definitely join the Discord server. Like always, I have links below attached to my YouTube channel, and it'd be great to see you there. Thank you again so much for watching the previous videos or for watching this one. I hope that the content that I continue to make continues to impress and continues to entertain. As always, I am completely receptive to feedback. Anything that you want to say, anything that you want to get across, please do. I'd love to hear it. Thank you again, and have yourselves a great day.